absolutely ballistic nuclear news out of Iran, and I actually mean that literally this time. A news story that just broke that makes us very, very happy. In the incoming Iranian peace deal, Iranian president says that we want to assure the world that we will not be seeking to possess a nuclear weapon. We will not seek to destabilize the region. A massive victory for Trump trusters right now, as Iran has said, we will assure the world that we are not seeking nuclear weapons. We are not seeking instability. Iranian President Mahmoud Pezeshkian. I don't know how to pronounce it. This is such an important victory for President Trump. I think that this was obviously the sort of linchpin. You could see everyone crashing out yesterday. All of the people that want war, that want death, that want destruction, that want just pure bloodletting for the sake of, I don't know, like something demonic possessing their soul. I don't understand people like Mark Levin. I don't understand Roger Wicker in the Senate, Ted Cruz, and these people are all lashing out at the president. They don't know anything. In fact, it's amazing how this worked. Mike Pompeo was one of these people. Mike Pompeo used to be the Secretary of State, now totally humiliated, worked with the deep state to try and take out President Trump. The deal being floated by Iran seems to be straight out of a Wendy Sherman, Robert Malley, Ben Rhodes playbook. Pay the Iranians to build a WMD program and terrorize the world. Dude, this aged very poorly. Not remotely America first. It's straightforward. Open the dam strait, deny Iran access to money, take out enough Iranian capacity so they cannot threaten our allies in the region. It's overdue. Let's go. How many people do you think are being paid by Israel? How many people do you think are being paid by foreign countries? By the way, not just Israel, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, UAE, whatever. Like, how many of these tweets, because you saw all these tweets go like literally mechanically, like we don't like it because it's not good for Israel. Like, I want what's good for America. I need my party to win here in this country. If you want to go be Israeli, or you want to go live in Saudi Arabia or Qatar or the UAE or Oman, you should go do that. You should go live in Oman, go spend Omani dollars, go spend your time on Omani beaches. If you want to live in Dubai, I hear whatever, it's nice. Have a great time. I'm going to live in America. And so I want my party to win in America. You can go get your dirty foreign dollars, no matter what dirty little country that send the dollars to you. Go get those dollars somewhere else. I'm so pissed off. I'm so infuriated at the number of takes that I saw yesterday. Low IQ takes like this. And he got bodied by the White House. Mike Pompeo has no idea what the F he is talking about. He should shut up his stupid mouth and leave the real work to the professionals. He's not read in on anything that's happening. So how would he know, says Stephen Chung, who just bodies him from the top rope. 6 million views on this, 4,000 reposts, 21,000 likes. Well done, Stephen Chung. Perfect. Truth nuke. And now we know that Mike Pompeo was wrong. The Iranians are saying, we don't want a nuclear weapon. We're not going to have a nuclear weapon. Amazing. Amazing. Okay. Iranian president says country is not seeking nukes. The Islamic Republic, said the president in a post on Telegram, saying prior to the martyrdom of Ayatollah Khomeini, we declared, we reiterate now, we are ready to assure the world that we won't enrich uranium, which is also what they're going to give over to the United States of America or to some other third party. Iranian president, we're prepared to say that we're not seeking, we don't want destabilization. Our negotiation team will not compromise when it comes to the dignity of our country and our sovereignty. Fine. I don't want I don't want my country's sovereignty violated either. Iranian president. Well, I mean, we'll see if they mean it. Not gonna, I wasn't born yesterday. I know how these things go. You have a deal until you don't have a deal. But this is a huge win for Trump. This is in the agreement, and they can't enrich uranium to the point of nuclear weapon. Well, then that's a victory. Take the victory and go home. And that's what I'm arguing. Do it. Iran's president says we don't want nukes. This is the actual commentary. Their negotiating team will not compromise on dignity. Fine. Okay, fine. President Trump just announced that the major agreement with Iran has been negotiated and the final deals are being worked out. After months of high pressure, Trump is delivering peace through strength. I'm so pissed off at the people that are attacking the president right now. This is going to get Donald Trump the Nobel Peace Prize. He should get it. I'm advocating for it. If Donald Trump assures that there's going to be no nuclear weapons in Iran, then you give him the Nobel Peace Prize now. Listen, as I've said, I want there to be a focus on America's domestic policy, gas prices, grocery prices, home prices. I back the president. The president has earned my trust. I'm thankful that President Trump has guided us to this point and now is finishing the job. And this is what happens. Every single conflict negotiates a peace. That's what's happened throughout all the world. Sometimes it happens after people are after Berlin has been burned to the ground, or there's nuclear bombs dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Sometimes it happens in different ways, like in Vietnam. That's just the way that it goes. Okay. And it's best to negotiate that peace without maximal cost. And that's what I'm thrilled that President Trump is doing. Marco Rubio went scorched earth on the haters against Trump in this clip. I love it. It rings like a bell. President Trump delivering a huge victory here. Can't wait to see what the final peace deal is. Here's Rubio.
Iran situation. There'll be, I believe, maybe more news coming out a little bit later today on this topic, and I'll leave it to the president to make further announcements on it. Suffice it to say that some progress has been made, significant progress, although not final progress has been made. Ultimately, I remind everybody, and I think this ties into the second question that was asked with relations to it. What is the goal here? The goal here ultimately, the ultimate goal is that Iran can never have a nuclear weapon. So we've made some progress over the last 48 hours working with our partners in the Gulf region on an outline that could ultimately, if it succeeds, leave us not just with a completely open straits, and I mean open straits without tolls, and with addressing some of the key things that underpin what has been Iran's nuclear weapons ambitions in the past.
Washington, as the U.S. appears to be on the brink of a peace deal with Iran.
That's right. Just at the same time, outside the White House walls, a suspected gunman was shot and killed after opening fire on a Secret Service checkpoint. And we're going to be learning more details about his past.
We have Fox team coverage for you this morning. Madeline Rivera is standing by in Washington on yesterday's shooting. But we begin with Trey Yingst live from Tel Aviv with the latest on the potential Iran deal. Hey, Trey.
Yeah, hey, Charlie, good morning. Overnight, President Trump announced that an agreement with Iran has been largely negotiated. The president indicated there are still some details and aspects that have to be worked out, but he does anticipate there will be an announcement soon. A regional source who has reviewed the agreement told Fox News the deal states that U.S. forces will stay in the proximity of Iran for 30 days. The context here is that it signals to Iran that the military option remains on the table if nuclear issues aren't resolved or the interim agreement is violated. The source added that as part of the deal, Iran will receive oil sanctions waivers. Iran will also have frozen funds and assets eventually released worth billions of dollars. On Saturday, President Trump held a call that included leaders from Saudi Arabia, Qatar, the UAE, Egypt, Jordan, Turkey, and Pakistan, aimed at reaching a broader understanding. A separate regional diplomat told Fox News the call was very positive. Good progress is being made, adding that regional leaders were supportive of the progress and of the breakthrough President Trump achieved with the talks. We are still awaiting all of the final details of the understanding, but President Trump said the Strait of Hormuz will be opened. Shortly after, Iranian state media pushed back on that aspect of his Truth Social post, saying despite some Western media reports claiming a return of the Strait situation to pre-war conditions, what is included in the possible understanding is not a full return to the previous status, but rather the restoration of the transiting vessels to pre-war levels within 30 days. Secretary of State Marco Rubio said this today about the negotiations.
There is the possibility that over the next few hours, the world will get some good news, at least with regards to the Straits and with regards to a process that can ultimately leave us where the president wants us to be. And that is a world that no longer has to be in fear or worry about an Iranian nuclear weapon. And so I do think there's some good news on that front, but not final news on that.